A wonderful day or evening, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment for more of the content. Please like and comment so we could have a community here or something. Other than that, we left off with her. We're walking the dog, I guess. I've dressed up in naughtier outfits before. People didn't seem to mind then. In fact, they like it. I just want to make everybody smile. I mean, Cosmos is a little bit too outrageous even for me. I give Cosmos lead another sharp yank, desperate to escape, but I'm too slow. The penny must have dropped because a few pedestrians are staring at us with newfound intrigue. That isn't Cosmos, isn't it? Cosmos, the famous rapid pounder? That's Cosmos. She had a boyfriend. That guy's one lucky son of a gun, whoever he is. I'll knock his block off. Well, we better hustle and tussle here, or get out of here quick. I'd like to shake his hand. How dare he take our cute, lewd Venus away from us? It's unforgivable. Looks like we have an outrageous mob on our hand here. While on the other hand, we have her. Hey. The street is swimming with guys. Are they going to end me here? Oh, he's 29. There we go. Finally note Hiroki's 29 years old. No, maybe he's not her boyfriend, but her social media manager. I'm sure this is just a publicity stunt. Alright, that's a good idea, Kaide. I guess he could be a photographer. I wonder if he got a camera in that bag of his. I bet Seiji'd know if he was here. Isn't he to taking photos? Who? Yeah, that's right. I'm Cosmo's photographer. We came here to do a photo shoot. Look. I guess he really isn't Cosmo's boyfriend. Boom! We save ourselves thanks to those two fellow pedestrians. Well, why would a gorgeous girl like Cosmos date a boring guy like that? Yeah, that's pretty funny, as if Cosmos would ever like me. The bloodlust has evaporated, boys. We've done it. We've averted the attention of these hyenas. Huh, but I do like Hiroki, don't you remember? We've already... Shush! Shush, Cosmos, shush! Don't just wag your tail. Wag and smile, Cosmos. Cosmos might be cute, but she's not that smart she's not smarter than a bag of spanners. Is this what Marina meant when she told me to watch out? If I'm not careful, Cosmos really might end up ending me. Permanently. My first date with Cosmos progresses less smoothly after that hiccup. I convinced Cosmos to put the collar and the lead away, then the pair of us spent a relatively relaxing evening walking through the streets shopping. After that, I invite her over to my home. Or to be more precise, she invites herself over to my home. I didn't want things to move too quickly, not on our first date, but Cosmos isn't one to care about silly social norms like that. Cosmos be like, you're my boyfriend now, so I want to see what your house is like. Won't you let me come in, Hiroki? I promise I'll behave. Based on that look, she ain't gonna behave. Cosmos' pouting face is super effective against my fragile self-control. She can twist my arm in an instant. Fortunately, Cosmos is quite an easy-to-please house guest. She doesn't turn her nose up at my home, unglamorous though it is, and she even helps me tidy up. We watch TV together in comfortable silence, and when our show's over, she helps me prepare dinner. I was a little worried about Cosmos' cooking skills, but she's surprisingly efficient in the kitchen. And in the bedroom too, I think. She has a MyTube channel. Damn, she should be rolling in the dough. No one's stopping her dough. Put it in. I'm not. That's what Cosmos told me at least. I guess she's not just a rapid pounder. She's also an up-and-coming MyTube star. She doesn't have as many MyTube subs as she does Rapid Found followers, but some of her videos have upwards of 10 million views. Cosmos might not be a traditional celeb, but she's famous in her own right. She has legions of adoring fans all across the internet. But she's decided to pledge her heart to me. That thought is more than a little humbling. It's been a while since I dated anybody, so this is all news to me, but I'm trying my best. Once we finish dinner, I send Cosmos home. I have to go to bed early so I can be up in time for work. I have a quick shower, change into my pajamas, then set my hateful alarm clock. Then, I slide into bed and close my eyes. I must have been exhausted because fatigue washes over me like a tidal wave the moment my head meets my pillow. I yawn deeply, my eyes screwed shut, and then less than 5 seconds later, I fall into a deep, dreamless sleep. The rest of the week passes by in a blur. I go to work every day and spend my evenings either with Cosmos or Marina. As a guy who hasn't dated in years, it's hard to get accustomed to all this female attention. Hardly unwelcome. In fact, I've never felt more loved. Dating two women at once is a bit difficult, particularly when both women are celebrities, but I've never been one to balk at the challenge. And speaking of challenges... Whoa! Oh yeah, we were going to this island for a photo shoot with IU. She gave me this chance and saved my job. Now it's time to repay her. It's time to face the music. Let's do it, Hiroki. Let's go. It's Saturday and I've come all the way to Okinawa so I can photograph Ikue IU. I set off early this morning on a flight paid for by Marina. The flight took about 3 hours and it was relatively comfortable. Marina spared the expenses and I found myself sitting in first class with spacious chairs and more than enough leg room. I've flown a couple of times before. It's a necessity for my job, but I've had unilaterally miserable experiences. Or was it unilaterally? The lack of leg room was the biggest factor in my flight. Induced misery. Being over 6 feet tall can be quite a burden. My legs are just too long. Oh well, the flight's over and done with now. I was met at the airport by a chauffeur I used presumably who drove me to this beach. The chauffeur dropped me off here then left after telling me to look for IU on my own. That's precisely what I'm doing right now though. I haven't had much luck. Chauffeur. Every day I'm shuffling. IU is missing. This better not be one of those bamboozle dates. The turquoise waves lap. The turquoise wave. I don't know. I can't pronounce that word. Lap against the shore, breaking into creamy foam and palm trees swaying in the wind. Seagulls caw above my head, and when I inhale, I can smell the salt in the air. A warm, gentle breeze rumples my hair and tugs at the hem of my shirt. Other than the undulating waves and the call of the birds, it's almost completely silent. Since this is a private beach after all, there are no surfing men, sunbathing women, or screaming children. Neither are there any stray volleyballs, discarded food wrappers, or abandoned buckets and spades to mar the perfect landscape. This beach is so vast and so still, it feels almost completely cut off from the rest of the world. It's a small slice of paradise, I say. A veritable Shangri-La. Is this really how other people live, or the other half live? I've been missing out my whole life. I've been to the beach before, of course. I went a few times during the heady summer days of my youth. My parents took me to the beach when I was a child. Then when I got older, I took a few trips with high school friends and later my girlfriends. It's been years since I was able to get the time off work or the motivation to go to the beach though, and I've certainly never been to the beach as beautiful as this one. I can't help but be impressed. How rich is IU anyway if she can afford all this? It's almost unthinkable that this huge expanse of unsolid land could belong to one person. IU is incredible. I wonder if that's why she asked me to photograph her here. You know what? It is a beautiful landscape. And blue skies, clear blues. Well, not clear, but partly cloudy. It's pretty nice. It's warm, comfortable, and peaceful. Why would a famous idol like Ikue Ayu worry about my opinion anyway? She trying to get one over on her Succubus sisters? Most likely. That sounds like the sort of petty thing she might do though. So yeah. Well, I'm not going to find her if I keep standing here. I need to start making tracks. Operation Locate Ayu is underway. And let me guess, we can't find her. Oh wow, it just takes a few minutes and there we go. Ayu is right in the middle of the screen. I'm assuming. Ah. Well. If it wasn't Miss Ayu, the rich idol, the snob-nosed brat, that's when I finally spot her, half concealed beneath a cluster of swaying palms and money. Japanese yen, huh? It's Ikue Ayu in the flesh. She looks far more real than she did when I saw her on stage surrounded by screaming fans and blinking lights. But there's something off about this picture. There's a whole bunch of stuff that's off about this. Ayu is reclining in what appears to be an inflatable paddling pool. She's wearing a very tight swimsuit made of golden metallic material that winks in the sunlight. Her hair is tied back in her signature twin tails and a pair of dark sunglasses are balanced on the bridge of her nose. So far, there's nothing so unusual about this scene. But the contents of her paddling pool are downright bizarre. It's like a bizarre adventure. Oh, enough with the JoJo references. It's so bizarre, in fact, I have to do a double take. I rub my eyes and pinch my cheek. This must be some sort of hallucination brought about by the sultry heat. But nope, I was wrong. The scene before me doesn't waver. It must be real. Ikue Ayu, Japan's most famous idol, is reclining in a plastic padding pool filled to the brim with money. Different types of money. She's steeped in what appears to be 10,000 yen notes. Isang lapad. It must take a huge amount of banknotes to fill a pool of this size. I'm not sure how much money is crammed into that plastic pool, but it must be easily over several hundred million, even a billion. Okay, that's too far. A billion? Nah, not in a million years. Doesn't look that big to me, except for those jugs. And Ayu is luxuriating in it with nary a care in the world. A few loose crumpled notes lie in the sandy dunes around the pool. Since there's a bit of a breeze, some of the notes must have blown away. But Ayu doesn't care. Neither does she seem to care that the weight of her firm plump thighs must be crumpling hundreds of these notes. Is this money nothing more than loose change to her? She could feed hundreds of starving people with this money, but she's using it as nothing more than a prop. I've never been one to get worked up about social issues, but this is kind of pissing me off. If this was 18th century France, Ayu's head would be on the chopping board right now. I tried to greet Ayu, but his lascivious display of wealth has thrown me off. I can only gawp at her, incoherent and confused. Fortunately, these noises of mine seem to be enough to announce my presence and convey my feelings. Ayu pulls her sunglasses and glances over to me with a smug smile on her pretty face. My, look at what the cat dragged in. You're Mr. Ogasawa, right? Right? Aren't you? That's right, Ogasawara Hiroki at your service. Ogasawara Hiroki at your service. Okay. Ayu purses her lips together. Ogasawara is such a long family name. It's not very elegant either. I don't like it. Excuse me? What? I can't exactly call you Hiroki though, but that would suggest some level of closeness between us. But that couldn't be further from the truth. I'd sooner end myself than befriend a gangly man like you with such a tragic fashion sense. Your watch isn't even a designer brand, and your pants are so scruffy, your hair is sticking up, and those glasses are tragic. Ayu turns her nose up in the air, unimpressed. I thought you would have made a bit of effort before you come to see me. I'm Ikue Ayu after all. I'm famous. Don't you know who I am? I'm very aware of who you are, Miss Ikue. In fact, I'm more intimately acquainted with her than most. I still can't forget the sensation of her body pressing against mine, or the sharp sting on my cheek as she slapped me. I wonder if she remembers that. If she does, she's made no indication of it. Maybe she wants to forget that embarrassing chapter of her life. Could that be the reason for this extravagant display? Is she hoping to dazzle me with so much luxury? Oh yeah, I'm correct. I'll forget about our first encounter too. Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Ayu shakes her head, her long twin tails flutter in the tropical breeze. I can see you and I will never get along with you. Compared to me, you are nothing more than an insect to be stepped on. I have no desire to speak to you. But I promised Marina I would do this, and I owe her a few favors. She's scary when she gets mad, so I'll grin and bear it. As an idol as myself, it's my job to smile. Though my fans are so disgusting, they make me want to hurl, puke, putrid, disgusting, nasty, horrendous. Wow, talk about direct. I never quite bought Ayu's cutesy act, but I didn't think she'd be so upfront about loading her fan base. If it wasn't for those disgusting fans that she maligns, Ayu wouldn't be able to kick back on a private beach in a padding pool full of money. True. A bit of gratitude wouldn't kill her, would it? Listen here, Hiroki, this is for business, not pleasure, so I'll behave with the dignity befitting of a true pro. From now on, you'll be my cameraman. I hope you're up to the task. Alright, sure, I'll do my best. You'd better, honey. Ayu's lip curls. I can't understand or even fathom why Marina was so adamant that I let you take my photograph, though you already had your chance and you blew it. It's your fault, Hiroki. So she does remember our first meeting. I figured as much. My obnoxious big sister seems quite taken with you. She kept telling me that you were a good, kind man with a most delectable scent. I'll admit your aroma is quite appealing. But you're no looker. Everything about you, from your fashion sense to your posture to your style of speaking, is a huge turn off. If it were a light switch, it would always be off. You're not attractive at all. Get out of my sight. Why, then, is Marla giving you such preferential treatment, huh? What in the world does she see in you? And why did I feel so hot during our first meeting? Those are the questions, Hiroki, that we must answer together. Ayu mumbles this last question under her breath, more to herself than anybody else. I don't think she means for me to overhear her, but she's not being particularly subtle. Silent B. And I do all the same. How am I supposed to respond to that? Should I apologize? Should I be mad? Should I be happy? What is it? Maybe I should have more faith in myself. So, Miss Ikui, is it alright if we start the photo shoot? I have my equipment with me. I'm ready to go whenever you are ready. Fine. Ayu waves one hand carelessly. Start snapping away. I don't care. The sooner we get this over with, the better. I couldn't agree more. Ayu might be hot. Her tight swimsuit is struggling to contain the heft of her huge melons. But her personality, though, leaves something to be desired. She's pretty an awful person. I wouldn't mind so much if she were just a vain, materialistic. I've worked with more difficult clients than her before, but her two-faced nature makes her even more aggravating. She's nothing at all like the adorable image she projects to her fans. It was all different. It was all mind-blowing and a reality breaker for me. Something that would shock me to the core. Showbiz is such a sketchy industry, especially in the entertainment business. I get my camera out of my bag and start adjusting the lens. I hold it to my face, zooming in on Ayu's buxom body, then pause. Miss Ikui? Yes, what is it, cameraman? I was just wondering, do you really want me to take photos of you lying in a pool filled with money? Oh, okay. You're not very bright, are you? This girl is seriously annoying. Her moody scowls are bad enough, but this huge smug face. Yeah, I'm not joking now. I'm not joking. This smug face is a little bit ticking me off, but okay. It's just a game. It's just a game, sleepy boy. You'll be sleeping after this. It doesn't matter that Cosmos has 2 million more rapid pound followers than I do. I'm the real celebrity here. She's just a half-baked internet celeb. Yeah. Just got the point. Money is power. I must be invincible. Other than that, we're nearing the 20-minute mark or over, so I'll be seeing you in the next episode of Sakura Succubus. Maybe we get to slap Ayu a little bit. Other than that, thank you. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell button, notification, like, comment, and share. Thank you, and bye.